Hi, this is Dan Petrock, and this is a welcome video to get you oriented to our class this fall of 2025. This is for statistics, and just thought I'd start with a brief overview of me. This is me right here, second from the left. You can just call me Dan. This is a picture of my daughter's wedding from 2 summers ago, and that's my son Gavin on the left, my son-in-law Blake. He's uh, at Grandview, finishing up a master's in athletic training. Gavin's a computer engineer for Alliant Energy. Kaylin is finishing up her degree at Iowa State in mechanical engineering. And then my wife, Sarah, we've been married for 30 years, and she works at Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. She's a CPA. And then Jensen just graduated from Dallas Center Grimes High School and is attending DMAC Ankeny campus this fall. So that's my family. I know statistics may not be the most important thing in your life, and I understand that. So I'm very willing to work with you during life situations or family situations. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. If you ever want to contact me, my email is right here, dgpetrock@dmac.edu, and my cell is 515-971-7468. You can call or text me, within reasonable hours, but I'm usually very responsive to that as well. So I do teach online and face-to-face statistics. You can find me on campus for sure on Tuesday, Thursdays. I've got some office hours kind of over the lunch hour, and then also in the afternoon on Tuesday, Thursdays. But honestly, I can do them anytime you want. We can also do online office hours, and we do this over here through Kaltura Media. It's kind of like a Zoom meeting, and we can do that. A lot of times I'll do test reviews or just go over some assignments, but those can be requested. I can do them one-on-one, or I can open them up to the class. I usually do record those and post those for students to look at later. So just I would say I'm very responsive, very fair, and I really want to help you. I've been teaching at DMAC for like 22 years now. I only teach statistics, and so I really enjoy teaching this class, obviously, face-to-face and online. My other hat I wear is I'm a part-time associate pastor at Living Faith Lutheran Church in Clive. So that's my other gig. Really enjoy that. Love both my jobs. Love my family. Love to travel. Spend time with them. And just give you a brief overview. You can go through the syllabus. Some of the biggest things of the syllabus are going to be, people are usually like, okay, how do you grade this class? What are things due? So typically things are going to be due on Tuesdays at 11:59 p.m. And I'm going to scroll down here to kind of the grading and tests. That's what people are mostly interested in. As you can see, we have these interactive assignments and online homework. That's going to be built right into our Canvas module. You've already paid for the access to this through my Stat Lab. And you have interactive assignments, which you just do at least 70% to get open the homework for the section. But a lot of times it's just clicking through a reading, a video, or whatever, and I'll show you some of that. So that's 25% of your grade. 15% of your grade, your weekly discussions or StatCrunch assignments. Then we'll have a final project analysis of a research journal article. You can pick out any quantitative research journal article, and you're going to analyze it. It'll be a two-part thing. About halfway through the course, you'll pick out one, answer a few questions, and then at the end, it's due, and you're going to really get to apply things you learn in this class. You don't have to do any original research. You're just kind of reading through an article and picking out the pertinent information, and that's worth 10% of your grade. And then we have 3 unit exams. The first 2 are worth 25% of your overall grade. And then the Unit 3 exam is proctored and is worth 25% of your overall grade. Unit 3 is kind of the meat of the course. It is the most important content. It is most difficult as well. So we spend a lot of time going over that, preparing for that. And you will be taking that at a DMAC testing center. You have like a whole week window to take it. If that's going to be a problem, you'll have an option in the syllabus quiz to kind of let me know, and we can have a conversation. But typically, it works for everybody, unless for some reason you're like in another state or country, this kind of thing. So I'm willing to work with you on that. And so, yeah, there's the proctor exam, and there's our grade distribution. So just wanted to go over that. I'm going to jump right into the modules now. So the first week are this orientation module. And then there's a syllabus quiz, discussion board, introduce yourself. There's the kind of that tentative schedule of what we're going to do this semester, and then here's the week 1 folder. And as you can see, I've posted the Word document of the notes for the author. Sometimes people like to download those and add them or edit them as they go through content. And then these are these interactive assignments and homeworks. So this first week, we're doing, these sections. And if I click on, so I'll just click on, let's see here, section 1.3, you'll see there's an interactive assignment. If you click on the interactive assignment, it'll have reading, videos, sample problems, interactive learning objects, things like that. So this really is your ebook, is going through these interactive assignments. So here's an example of an interactive assignment. You'll see that there's some reading introduction, and just by clicking on that, there'll be just very brief pages for you to read through. You can hit the next button and go through. Here's a question for you to answer, and you just can go through these. They'll have videos. Here's a StatCrunch video using an example. StatCrunch is the statistical software we use throughout. We almost use 0 formulas throughout the whole course. And there's a StatCrunch video showing you how to do essentially everything there is to do in the course. And then if you click on like a problem like this, there's lots of helps on there. The Help Me Solve This button will actually give you the correct answer, and then it gives you a new one. View an example shows you one similar, but it does let you come back and do the original problem. Under Get More Help, there's a link to StatCrunch, the statistical software that we'll use a lot, and this Ask My Instructor button will send me an email directly with your responses that you've done so far, and then I can respond directly back to you. So there's lots of ways to get help. Let's say you start one and you get it wrong, so I'll just click that, check answer, I'll get it wrong. And let's say it was like a 10-part question, and I don't want to do all 10 parts before I get a new one, because you can do these, most of these, it'll tell you up front if you can't do them a whole bunch of times. Instead of doing that, you can say, help me solve this, and then close out of it, and then it'll give me a brand new one. So that might be a little hack for you to speed up work as you go through this semester, because especially as the course goes on, there gets to be longer problems, more sections, more parts. And if you're like, oh, I want to start over, that might help you just hit help me solve this and then close it, and it'll give you a new one. But lots of help there. So that's in general what you'll be doing. And then if you go back, there'll be an interactive, and then that's the interactive assignments, and then there's homework that are abbreviated but very much based off what you just did. So you can be doing, if you kind of look at a weekly thing, interactive assignments, homeworks, and then there's usually going to be a discussion or let me see your modules. Here we go. There's going to be a discussion or StatCrunch lab, and you can kind of see how it's laid out, pretty straightforward. Just go here in your modules, and then here's like week 2, how it's laid out, notes, the rest of the sections, and so on. So hopefully that's a good design. We've had students do very well in this class. I think it's laid out pretty well. And I'll be interacting with you, obviously, through discussions, through your online homework, feedback, questions, Ask My Instructor, text, phone calls. So I'm here to help you any way I can. Let's go back to my home screen here. And don't ever hesitate to reach out. I'll be blasting this out to you through email. Again, I'm hoping you know how to get to Canvas. If you go to dmac.edu, and then if you hit My DMAC, I'll just do that, go right there. And if you go to My DMAC, you should be able to get into this. It might just jump me right into it already. Yep. Anyway, so I'll just do it right here, dmac.edu, and then hit My DMAC, and you'll see your Canvas link. So if you have any problems logging in, the tech support number is 965-7300, so it's 515-965-7300. You've got my number, you've got my email. Class, you will be loaded one day before the class begins, and you're welcome to start working and stay up with the due dates. I will reach out to you if I notice a grade slipping and things like that. So just really looking forward to helping you this semester. And if you are on the Ankeny campus and you're an online student, would love to meet you face to face if it ever works out as well. So I hope this semester goes well, And like I said, don't hesitate to reach out.